Hi, and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. Today I have a kind of special beer for you. It's from the Helios distillery, which also has an offshoot called Helios Craft Beer Division, and it's one of those from them. But it's in their special series, their Galaxy Express 999 series, and it's one I haven't had. I had all the others, but this is the one I couldn't find, and finally I did find it, and I'll talk about it today. Helios Distillery is located in Okinawa, and they were founded in 1961, and they started out as a distillery and primarily still are, but they also have a craft beer division now. And they're most famous for making things like awamori, which is a hard liquor distilled from rice, and rum, sake, whiskey, a variety of liqueurs, and more recently, craft beer. On the Rate Beer website, there were 31 separate beers listed from them. And I think even before they called themselves Helios Craft Beer. On Untapped, 61 different beers, and the average was 3.24. So, located in Okinawa, but this beer is brewed in the far north of Japan, just the opposite end of Japan, in Iwate Prefecture. The Helios Brewery bought the Sawauchi Brewery of Ginga Kogen, and they started producing beers there. They still do produce a Ginga Kogen beer. You can see it in stores quite often. I think it comes out more often during Christmas. So they make a lot of their craft beers up there in Iwate Prefecture. So they have a regular line of beers that you can find as well, kind of flagship beers. And then this series, which I'll talk about in a second, the Galaxy Express 999. Okay, so this beer has in the Galaxy Express series, and that is an anime series, a manga as well. I'm not sure if there's a movie from it, but apparently it is quite popular. Not being an anime geek myself, I didn't know much about it, and then I had to read about it for this series of beers that they started making in collaboration with them. Toei Animation is the producing company for this animation. And this one is called Conductor's Porter. It's a 5% beer, a porter, English-style porter. And on Rate Beer, there's only one rating, and it was at 3.3. And Untapped, there were 197 separate ratings, and the average was higher at 3.43. And I'm actually curious if this one is just Helios Porter. They do make a porter in a new can. That often happens, or not often, it happens sometimes. People make a kind of agreement with a group. For example, a rather famous brewery in Nagano came out with a series of Zenkoji beers, a famous temple in Nagano. And I wasn't sure if it was their regular beer or not, and I wrote to them and they said, yes, it is the same beer. There were, I think, 4 different styles in 4 different cans, and they had the agreement to do it as a kind of tourist item available in tourist shops. So it's not, I don't know if this is the regular Helios Porter or not. And again, it's brewed in the Sawauchi Brewery in Iwate, formerly Ginga Kogen's brewery, made with wheat, malt from Germany, and hops. And they tout the silky mouthfeel of the beer. Now, who is the conductor? Well, the Galaxy Express is a train, of course, going through the galaxies, and they have made a variety of beers, and I will put a picture up of each one from each main character in the series. So they have, first of all, Harlock's IPA, and Metals Weizen, Emeraldus Red Ale, Claire's White IPA, and non-alcoholic journey, and this one, which is the sixth one, called Conductor's Porter. And the conductor is an alien. You can only see, when he has his uniform, you can only see his eyes there, and you see him serving, holding a beer on a tray, and then on the back, of course, he's running to deliver that beer, before it gets too warm or something. So this was designed by Toei Animation. I don't know if this actually appears in the manga or anime whatsoever. And this is actually not the sixth one. The non-alcoholic journey is the most recent one, as many companies are getting on the low or no alcohol beer series. So what else can we say about this one here? Well, again, I said they tout the silky mouthfeel, and the manga was originally devised by a man named Reiji Matsumoto, and I guess he's quite famous in animation circles. I did not know about him. 390 yen, and in US dollar terms that would be $2.59, and in euros it would be 2.44 euros. So again, this is called the Conductor's Porter from the Galaxy Express 999 series. Shall we give this one a go? Okay, it is not quite opaque. I can see through it. I don't think you can, but let's see. Okay. I can see light through the edges for sure, but a nice dark brown with a sort of tan head, dark tan head. Okay, let's hold on for a second. Okay, the aroma is nice, rich, bitter chocolate, light coffee. Very pleasant. Flavor as expected, roast malt, just a tiny bit of char or ashiness in the initial. Goes a little bit sweet in mid palate, and then it goes dry, which I think it should. Shouldn't be too sweet. Yeah, this is very pleasant. Rich, nice roasty malt, and the kind of char aspect sort of grabs the tongue a little bit and hangs on there. Yeah, so it doesn't have a lot of bitterness, but that roastiness sort of does grab the tongue and kind of mimics the sort of bitterness you would get from more hops than this has. Yeah, this is well made. I think I can recommend this. Could have a little bit more body perhaps, but maybe not too much. I think it's fine as it is. Once again, you see this in the store, you might want to give it a go. Okay, again, it's called Helios Galaxy Express $9.99, and the Conductor's Porter, 5% porter from Helios, craft beer division of Helios Distillery. So do check this out if you happen to see it, and you may find some of the others. They do sell them in sets as well. So if you go online, you can find all the beers, or maybe not the non-alcohol one, but 4 or 5 of them in a set, and you can buy those as well. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.